Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. It's sunny here in Nairobi. And thank you very much for making me hit the, I think, 500 subscribers. I don't take that for granted. We started very small and it's because of you. So this month, we have been talking about transition, but there's one transition I want to talk about that will come to everyone. This is a guarantee. If you're not yet there, it is coming based on age. But for me, this transition came earlier than expected. And we are in the era of AI. Although they say ChatGPT is for the old people, I'm in a season of financial midlife crisis. What do we mean by that? I entered this season, I think 3 years earlier than I should. You usually start around from age 40 to 60. I'm just reading it from here. And what is financial midlife crisis? And by the way, are you in one? Are you in one? Can you navigate through this transition? If you're not in one, please prepare for it. What it says is a financial midlife crisis is a period in a person's life between ages 40 and 60 when they experience significant stress, anxiety, dissatisfaction about their financial situation. It's that season where you're under stress. And for me, we are all going to enter this. If you are between age 40 and 60, you're already in this. If you're not, prepare for it. For me, I jumped into this stage triggered by stroke. One of the causes of triggers, of course, stagnant career, high debt, lack of savings, comparison with their peers, especially in this age of social media. Compare with so-and-so, has a car, has built a house, doing this, and midlife crisis, financial midlife crisis can start there, and regrets of financial mistakes that you made. But for me, was costly life events. And for me, the costly life event is when I got a stroke. I was just entered 38 years old. So officially not in financial midlife crisis. And when I got a stroke, of course, I was not working. I had a job, but I could not work. I work for an organization that if you don't work, you don't get paid. And that was the most frustrating thing. Yes, you have a job, it is here. You are not getting any income. Not because they don't want to give you income, but because of my physical challenge. I could not talk, could not see. I was anyway, it was a mess. You can watch that video of stroke documentary. There's a 5 minutes and a 1 minute version. I think I will link it here. And that plunged me into financial midlife crisis because now I have no income. I'm depending on my wife to support me, to support my kids. And that was for almost 1 year. Yeah, it was a very tough situation. And how do you navigate a financial life? I'm not in that situation, thankfully. I got back to work part-time the end of the year, 2022. So the stroke was in January. I was told 3 years to recover. I was like, 3 years with no work, life would have been tough. So if you find yourself where I was, because it was a life of stress, you are dealing with physical challenges, cannot walk, talk, but also mental anxiety. How is the bill going to be paid? I had one child going to school. Another one had just been born. He was 4 months old. Now he's turning, actually next week, 4 years. And it was uncertain. There was anxiety. If you're in that situation, what do you do? If you're not in that situation, and you can see it coming. It is there coming based on where you are aged. Just subtract 40 from your age and see how long you have. Some 5 years, some have 10 years. And my encouragement is to prepare for it. This month I've been telling you to prepare for transitions. And this is one of the major life transition you must go through. There's no option. So prepare for it because it comes because of finances. Just make sure you have a sizable nest egg, at least 3 to 6 months of savings, and then invest and then spend money wisely, because you never know how life will be in the future. If you are in this situation, you are above 40, maybe your income is not regular, maybe you have debt, what else? Maybe you are looking at your social media, you are comparing your age with your peers you went to school with. They are driving this car, you are not driving that car. They are having their own homes. I think one thing I was telling myself this is contentment and godliness is great gain. There's a pressure that comes out of you when you're content. And one of the ways you can be content is to be grateful for what you have. What I have, I thank God for. And you'll find your life being more content. But social media makes us not be content because it compares our lifestyle with a fake lifestyle of someone that you see they go to holidays, they're here, they're flown here. And some of these things, maybe they're taking loan. Most likely, they're in debt because of that. So contentment and godliness is great gain. So some practical things, and from now on, I'll be doing practical videos, especially for finances. So be content by being thankful. That really helped me, that at least I am alive. I can breathe without the oxygen map. I can walk with the stick. I'm not wearing a diaper. I can go to the loo by myself. I was thankful for those small things we take for granted. And that gave me peace, that at least I'm alive. I can work out of here. A job, I can get a job. If you are in debt, my advice for you is, if you're using credit card, stop using it. Get out of debt, especially a debt for consumables. Maybe a mortgage, it's okay because that's appreciating asset. But if you're in debt because of consumerism, let's say lifestyle, inflation, you have a car here, credit cards here, the easiest way is to make sure you pay off all your debts. And because you are 40, rather between 40 and 60, retirement is on the way. It's 65. If you're 60, the retirement is in 5 years. That's a fact you need to accept and don't deny. If you're at 40, your retirement is in, is it 20 years or 25 years? Depending on if you're working for government or, yeah, so accept it. This is the stage you are. You are past 40. You have life pressures. Maybe you have young children like me, and then you have aging parents you're taking care of. So you find yourself doing a lot of sacrifices. And I can understand it's a stressful period, but contentment and godliness, I've found it for myself, helped me mentally recover. Because I, of course, recovered physically, but I also needed to recover mentally from this midlife financial crisis that I found myself in, which I was not ready for because of life event of stroke in my case. So that's it for me. I know the kids are back to school. That can cause also some stress. Where will the school fees come from? Yeah, so from now on, I'll be giving you some practical steps of, first of all, how to get out of debt, what are the steps, and other financial tips, because mainly we have been dealing with mindset. And today's mindset is being content, by being grateful for what you have. So that's it for me. Bye-bye, take care, and God bless.